As you might be able to see, I am at Top of the Rock. The reason I'm here, all right, Thunder is in town. Missouri Thunder. I've got Boudreaux Campbell with me, one of the riders. Good to see you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, this has got to be just a great time for you. I know you've just come to Thunder this season. You looking forward to it?
Oh man, I couldn't be more blessed to be on a team like Missouri Thunder. Coaches Luke and Ross, they've done a good job putting a squad together, and this place out here, Big Cedar Lodge, Johnny, Mr. Johnny's got it going on. This place is beautiful. I can't wait to do a little golfing today, and we're just here bonding, checking out the Ozarks.
Okay, now you're going to be in Springfield again August 30th. That's when you've got the big deal going on at Great Southern Bank Arena. I know that. But right now, you're kind of getting a feel for the team in the area at the same time. Is that what's going on?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So the past few years for the PBR teams deals, I wasn't with Missouri Thunder, but I was with Carolina, and we were still here at the event. We got to have the event here in Ridgedale.
Right.
And with the construction and stuff going on, we're just going to move to Springfield this year, and hopefully the plans are to be back here at Big Cedar next year for our event. So that's pretty cool. We're going to get to go to Springfield and be in the city and sell it out for the college town, but I'm ready to get our event back here.
How's the mindset different? Because I know you rode as an individual for years. Rookie of the Year in 2020.
Yes, sir.
Okay, among other things. What's the difference between, the individual versus the team kind of mindset?
So individual season, that's our whole career. We've been just an independent contractor, as you would say, and you just kind of worry about your own deal, what works for you, and it doesn't really matter what anybody else does. Like, you just got to focus on you. And coming in the team deal, it's kind of the same, but it's different. You're not only do you need to focus on yourself and your job, you got to do that, but you got 4 or 5 other people dependent on you. They need you to do your job, so that takes in a little bit of pressure, a little bit of stuff in the back of your mind that people don't think about, but it's definitely a little bit of added pressure being on a team, but at the end of the day, we still got to do our job individually because your teammates aren't getting on the bull with you. They're just helping you.
Exactly. They're giving you kind of mental support, emotional support, whatever you want to call it. Now, how does this change then for, you mentioned the people. How does this change for the people, versus watching an individual versus rooting for a team?
Yeah, I think it changes the game totally. Like, you can, not only does your city have a team now, your city has multiple guys riding in the individual season and on your team. So not only are the fans able to get behind it with just a bull rider, they're able to get behind a whole team, and now they got 5 bull riders they're cheering for. So when they're watching the team deal, they're cheering for that team, but when they're watching the individual season, we done made more fans in the individual season because of the team. They're watching 5 of their favorite bull riders because they're fans of Missouri Thunder. And so just the team deal is helping the sport grow tremendously, and it's great.
And you're not working with a bunch of strangers. You've known some of these guys for quite a while.
I've been in the rodeo and bull riding game since I was a little bitty kid. I remember growing up watching Ross Coleman and Luke Snyder on TV.
Yeah.
They were some of my heroes growing up. So just to be on a team with them is awesome. And not only that, but my players, my fellow colleagues on this team, we grew up together. Andrew Alvidrez, we went to junior high rodeos together, high school rodeos together. Briggs Madsen, him being from Utah, we still would meet up at junior high nationals, high school nationals. So I know my team very, very well, not only the coaches, but players too.
Okay, now this is a question I'm sure you get asked time and time again, which is, why would you get on a bull? I'm going to change it. Why did you get on a bull the second time?
So my dad, this is the story. My dad, he took me to a rodeo when I was little, and I watched the sheep riding, the mutton busting. And so my dad said, I just looked at him and was like, hey, Dad, can I do that? And he was like, yeah, I'll call mutton, see if you can do it next time. So the next time I was entered in the sheep riding. He said I cried the whole time, but I never once said no. I just got on crying, and I rode the sheep, and I come back to him. He said I was crying and said, Daddy, can I do it again?
Sweet. Okay, that's great.
Yeah.
That is great. The other thing I heard when you fellas were talking a little bit earlier, You keep track of a lot of these bulls. You know their characteristics and things. There are some where you'll say, that's not the one I want to get on, I would imagine.
Yeah, there's definitely some out there that have that rep and stuff as bulls and bull riders. We know the bulls, but to be a very, very good and great bull rider, it doesn't matter what they do.
You got to get on.
That bull, I feel bad for him because he drew me.
All right, that's great. Then the last question I've got really, how long does 8 seconds last when you're on that bull?
If it's going good and smooth, it goes by really quick. But when it's rough and tough, it's a long 8 seconds.
I would imagine people think 8 seconds, not a big deal, unless you're on the back of a 1 ton.
Put yourself in that situation and tell me.
Exactly. Well, I hope you have a great time along with your teammates while you're here. Going to do a little training, but right now just kind of getting used to the area. And, I mean, they're representing the state of Missouri.
Ozarks.
Yeah,
getting to know the Ozarks.
All right, Boudreaux Campbell, thanks for talking with us. We appreciate it. And he's going to be back, of course, in the area August 30th at Great Southern Bank Arena, so get your tickets now.